Today, we will learn how to build our own fitness application with AI without prompting and create something like MyFitnessPal that's generating millions of dollars a month. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Today, we will be learning how to use Boat, an AI app developer, to create an application for us just by prompting. And this is super effective for people to release MVPs or app ideas without having to really spend countless of hours coding. And the results are really super cool. Let me just show you what I've created in the past hour. So coming back over here, let's take a look. Right, this is a simple web application that I have created for tracking our fitness journey. Now note that I'm not a developer, so I would not have been able to imagine myself creating something like this within just an hour. But let's take a look. I've created a simple login page. So we can use the demo credentials over here, right? Demo@example.com, password 123, sign in. Once we get in, we do have some features that I like. I want to track my calories for a specific goal that I want. So for example, I want to be able to calculate my daily calorie target. So my age could be, let's say, we just give it a random number, right? 50 years old. We have a gender, male. Let's say our weight is like 120. Height is 190. We don't have activities or maybe lightly active. We want to have a goal to lose weight. And we can also give it our target weight. Amazing, right? So I can say I want a target weight to, let's say, be 100 kg. And the weekly goal is to lose maybe 500 grams per week. Okay? And so they even tell you how long it would take, right, to reach the goal. So very cool. And I'm going to click calculate and save. Once that is done, it's telling me the number of calories that I have to take in every single day, right? The food that I can log in, the exercise I can log in, as well as a simple water intake, reminding us to take water. So I can add in, every time I add in a glass of water, I can add it in over here. I can add in the food. Let's say we have ham and cheese sandwich for breakfast, and we add in the calories, perhaps 1,000, right? We can say it's 10 pieces, right? And we add in the food, and you automatically update the log. Super cool. And we can have it on a daily basis. We also have things like our goal page and also a calendar page that showcases our information for the day, as well as add in things like our feeling and a daily log, right? So you can add in different feelings. How am I feeling today? Feeling stressed. Save entry, and over here it's updated to the calendar. So super cool. And while of course we can have way more features, this is something that I've never imagined I could have built within just an hour. So this really showcased the power of both and AI in app development, and this is just the beginning. So we can imagine the future of app development. You can be building countless of MVP apps to launch your ideas to the ground without having to spend crazy amount of money to hire teams and test out your MVPs right away. So for now, I'm going to teach you how to build something like this today from scratch, so you can go back home and build your own application yourself. So firstly, how did I find this idea, right? So I myself am a big fan of MyFitnessPal, and I use it on a daily basis to track my macros, to help me stay healthy and fit. And there are features that I want to build and customize to my own specific use cases, and that's how I thought of the different ideas for Calorie Master. But let's say you don't have a specific idea and you want to get inspiration. Right? One of the pages that I found super effective is called Paywall Screen. Paywall Screen has actually the database of all the different top applications online, right? And it shows you how much it has earned per month and what it does. So you can see over here there's YouTube, TikTok, Disney Plus, and so on and so forth. And just imagine if you could be launching one of this using AI as a one-man team, you could be making thousands or millions of dollars per month. Right, and so let's take a look at MyFitnessPal over here. You can see it's making $12 million per month on Paywall Screen, but I believe it's definitely making way more than this, and this is just a low value for it. So how do we actually build this application? So to very quickly get started with creating an application on Boat, what we want to do is to first get a simple idea of where we want to start our application at. So what I'll do is to go into GPT, and I tell it something like I want to utilize Boat.new and AI app development tool to create an app like MyFitnessPal called Calorie Master. Right, I'll tell it simple things like, can you help me create a set of pages and features to get started with? And I'll keep it simple, like 3 pages from now. We can always add in new features later on. Okay, so here's a streamline that he's provided me. It tells me certain things that I can have to kickstart, like a dashboard page with a calorie summary widget, right, quick add button, progress bar, recent logs, and motivational tips and quotes. Pretty cool. I think that's a good start. We do have a meal logging page as well. Right, this is where we want to add in the food search, barcode scanner, manual entry, meal categories section for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and favorites. I like this. An activity tracking page as well. Okay, pretty cool. And let's just use this to kickstart our development and see what we get. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, and I'm going to go back to Boat. I'm going to write, can you create a fitness tracking application called calorie master with the following information. I'm just gonna add in the information that we have, and let's click enter, and let's see what happens. So super cool. You can see it's actually developing the code in real time, building up the different pages, the different codes for us for this specific application. Right, and so we're just gonna sit back and relax and see what happens. Okay, and now it's done. Let's take a look at the preview. Okay, so pretty cool. It does have the progress page, dashboard over here with today's progress, quick add features, very cool. We can click meal, snacks, and exercise. Right, so not to worry, you can see over here the functions are not exactly working. So that's where we gotta come in and prompt Bolt to further help us enhance this process. And so one effective way to get Bolt to help us fix certain functions is to do it one by one, right? So let's start off by looking at the first page. Okay, so you can see the first page is not actually functional, right? We want to be able to quick add meal, snack, and exercise, and we're gonna have all of this recent activity uploaded. The first thing I want to do is to work on the quick add button. So I'm gonna screenshot this because I find this to be really effective. And I'm just gonna bring this over to the prompt, and I'm going to say, can you make this section functional so that I can add in logs for meals, snacks, and exercises. Click enter, and let's see what happens. Alright, so now it's adding in a log function, allowing us to update the information. Now it's done, let's take a look again. If you click into the quick add, you can see over here now you can add in your meal. So very cool, let's type it in, maybe chicken, rice, 800 calories. Add meal. Perfect, you can see it's updated to the recent activity as well. We can have a snack, we can say chocolate cookie, 50 calories, it's added in. And exercise, we can say jogging, 200 calories, 30 minutes, add exercise. Here we have it, very cool. Now the first page is functional. We also have it updated in today's progress. So we do have the goal, 2000 calorie, consumed, 850 that we have over here, as well as the jogging. And once again, you can continue to enhance the app by screenshotting different parts of your application and telling it to enhance it bit by bit. I find this to be very effective, and if you overload the AI with too much information, it will not be able to get you what you want. So let's take a look at a mail page. It's kind of empty right now, and it's not really functional. So next thing we can do is try to make this mail page work, right? We can tell it, the mail page is not working. Can you fix that? Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, so now it's updating the mail page. Let's give it a while once again and see it update in real time. Okay, and there's a problem over here, so we just have to click attempt fix. And usually it helps to self-diagnose the problem and fix it, so don't worry about that. Let Bolt help us do the work as well. Okay, perfect. Now the page is back. Let's take a look at the mail page this time. Alright, here we have it. The mail page is now functioning, and there is a database of food, so we can search for salmon fillet, chicken breast. Okay, so it does have some database connected to it, so very cool. And of course you could add in your favorites. Favorite is added to lunch. Now this page is functioning, but it's not exactly the way we want it. So what we want to do is to further enhance it, where perhaps we can screenshot this selection, okay, and we want to add it into the prompt. And this time we want to tell it to be able to add in food log to the different timing. So we can say, can you make it such that we can add in food log separately for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as shown in the mail page in the screenshot. And here we have it. It's going to update the information once again for us. So let's give it a while and see what happens. Okay, perfect. Let's take a look at the mail page again. Okay, this time we're able to add it in, so you can take a look over here. If we click into breakfast, we can search for breakfast item. You can have like apples, add it in, and it will be added to breakfast. If you go for dinner, you can search for some food, maybe chicken breast, and it'll be added into dinner as well. And all of this information is added into our progress as well, so super cool. So this is just a simple example of how it can work. So similarly, what you want to keep doing is to keep modifying the functions. So you want to find out what works and what doesn't, right? And you can change the functions accordingly till you get what you finally want. And of course, you can always use Bolt to help you debug any problems and help you work it out. So it's a back and forth process, but that will allow you to get the features that you want. Another thing you can do is also to give it other images and other screenshots to help you with the design as well. So one thing I like to do is to perhaps add in, let's say, an image that I have. Okay, and let's say we like this color scheme. Right, I'm going to open this and I'm going to ask it, can you change the UI UX to match the color scheme of this image and design. And let's give it a prompt. So it has identified the color scheme and it's going to update the interface as well for us. So let's give it a while and see what happens. Okay, so you can see once again, it's not always perfect, but it has managed to update the mail page to this new color scheme. So very cool. But the home page is not really updated. So we do have to tell it once again to prompt by saying, can you update the color scheme for the home page to be the same as the mail page as well. Let's click enter, let it load for a while, and let's see what happens. Okay, and now it's updated with a nicer color matching the mail page as well as the home page. And so I can keep going and prompting both to further enhance different parts of our application to the final result that we want. And from there, we can add in other features like connecting it to our database and deploy it over here by clicking the deploy button, and it will allow us to deploy the application directly. And so I hope this tutorial helped you get a kickstart into building your own application. And really the potential is pretty limitless from here. So I will be covering more tutorials like this down the line, creating more complex applications and more features with Bolt so we can launch our own powerful apps right away from here. Giving it a couple more hours, you can definitely transform something like this into a more functional application like the one that I've created earlier on. Right? There are many different ways you can enhance this application, adding features specific to your own liking. And Bolt is really like your own AI developer team. So do give it a try and let me know what you think. If you like videos like these, do check out my other tutorials on AI automations. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.